which was such an upset next year. One of the perennial heavy hitters, such an experienced team this European side. Very quick clash. Vanya already double swing. Claims 2 for G2.
Early contact over towards Hookah, but look at MIBR. They pushed so far out here towards Fountain, but now they've let the cat out of the bag. Jelly takes a couple of shots over towards that ramp. They're going to head over back towards B, but SRN has gotten in behind, but here's that Sentinel difference. G2's composition allows for the Cypher. And SRN can't get through. Petra finds it timing on the double back.
I like this from G2, just freezing in place right now, allowing more of these MIBR players to expose themselves. Very patient, waiting outside of Hookah at the moment. More than enough time to play with.
Amy here over towards this A side. There is obviously the Viper. Sat here. Zhubish though, able to make a nice swing instantly. Amy cops one. MIBR, they're really distributed across the map in general. Jelly also pinged out by that Dizzy, wants to send out one of her own here, but the top of the side swarming with G2 players. It doesn't matter. Jelly able to find 2. Keeps MIBR in this pistol. It's Zhubish now with the push out. Knows that Mimi set up over towards Hookah. Petra looking to swing on this now. The 2 veterans of G2 goes in now, trying to land the plane in this pistol. We are in the post partner. Zhubish has to get his skates on.
Shots are going awry, but at this point with the crossfire, they should just simply be unwinnable.
Enemy remaining.
I don't know about that one. Petra tries to take that challenge. Mimi being careful. Zhubish down now to 39. Not even getting into half quite yet. Mimi needs to have a look at this.
And a bit easier, but all is well.
G2 have gone off this double controller setup with the Omen, by the way. That sort of EG look where they try and use the one-ways annoyingly over the map. They've actually brought the Fade in and now, of course, have that Cypher, which was something we saw in the last round, Wyatt. Pretty relevant with that trapwire SRN ran into.
And again, look at this very patient early round play from G2. Expecting MIBR to play to the aggression, which frankly they are known for. We saw that against Giant X in their debut match. Ruthless were the Brazilian side then. But at the moment, at least in this round, playing quite passive as well.
And G2 can. They have 2 trips behind them here because of Amy, and Rescue now is going to head over towards the site. Haunt thrown down, Smoke though going to obscure that site. A lot of these Brim smokes set up, and Rescue looks to take the fight on top of the container, but Jelly again able to find 2 with the Sheriff. They are so dangerous. Petra though with the Bulldog, gun advantage here for G2, gets them into pole position. Now they can fall back to Octagon and Hookah respectively.
Yeah, long range, it should be all but sealed up with the classics. MIBR hoping for just a bit more damage. It is wild to see though, even in a moment like that, just Jelly able to swing through, taking these duels, finding 2 headshots. Mad how good these MIBR players are on that individual level. No shortage of high-level mechanics. There's just another kill for Melissa. Why not? Why not deal more damage? Amy doesn't even have the position to be able to recover anything better than a ghost at the moment.
She came into the round with that ghost, of course, as the Cypher often has to. No chance, though, to pick up a weapon.
Just on a totally different level when it came to the firepower. But G2, they have the ability to match that, no doubt.
Jelly going to be spotted out by this Prowler. Forced out of Hookah. Already 4 kills for her. Rescue now wants the satchel out, double all the way to the back of the site here behind that Gecko util. Nice fast hit for G2. And then have this B site essentially locked down, but MIBR get 2 players up long.
Yeah, I like this rotation, the double Octagon hold just pushing behind, encircling the G2 players. Now they know they need to re-fight for some space somewhere, trying to take position in elbow and maybe even take the fight towards Octagon as Amy.
Amy knows it, here comes the Dizzy. Jelly wants to try and step up here, really chomping at the bit to take the fight, but G2 wrap around the corner, try and take the double swing, but Zhubish is going to be there to make it a 2-for-1. SRN up on the site now. Rescue needs to come in through elbow. Mosh Pit should try and disrupt the defuse here, but SRN gets it to half, and Sayuri is ready for the push out of spawn. Now it's up to Mimi with the Sheriff. That's just too much to ask, and MIBR, a clean comeback on their gun. Gives them a really good re-entry point.
I do want to note, heading into this round, due to a couple of those Sheriff kills, for instance, that Jelly got, they've already got the Thrash active here for a very crucial round with G2's economy hanging in the balance. There's likewise MIBR's money not off the ground just yet.
Okay, this re-explore for MIBR into shower might yield some results, but Petra is waiting for it. Waiting for it, and what a tap! SRN downed. And that's all the G2 really want from that. They're happy to pull away, go elsewhere on the map now. That's going to keep MIBR interested in what's happening over at A.
Narrow angle for Zhubish, may be able to get a headshot if it's a walk peeker. Maybe a jiggle with the crouch here from Mimi.
It's going to be a dizzy first, surely. That's, of course, Zhuvish's poison orb right in front of Mimi there. So they want it to be a fast play from this point out.
These mid-rounds from G2 have just been silent as the crypt. They are playing with the utmost patience.
Oh, okay. No headshot there for Zhuvish. Some warning shots fired over though. Mimi really takes only incidental damage. Viper wall thrown up. 30 seconds left in the round now. And there's actually presence here in hookah for Jelly. This could be an issue for G2.
Wow, and actually right now, look at Zhuvish falling off towards A. A double rotate. This patience from G2 has confused the defenders.
Yeah, but Jelly's going to be able to stand tall here. Petra goes down as she tries to make her way into hookah. Eventually that Viper wall's going to come down and make it possible to play from that spot. But Sayori's down. Zhuvish also. And Jelly forced out by that sky smoke for the time being. This will allow for a plant, of course. Rescue clearing a lot of space with the threat of that showstopper.
The showstopper really nullified that one stun that Jelly was able to get from the Thrash, trying to use the Prowler as an opportunity to drop from hookah. Rescue on site. So Actio down clean, but no bind there. That should seal this counter Thrash as well. Round should be good as done.
They're going to go for this fight. They still want to fight Jelly. Okay. She's not attempting to defuse right now. Mimi steps up and is quelled.
Please,
this molly, of course, is going to make it pretty tough. Yeah, Jelly knows that there's no chance of a defuse here, so take the frags and see if you can get it done. Somehow gets it all.
The tap
through hookah. That's been the undoing the last couple of hits.
And you have to give massive credit to MIBR for recognizing that already. It's net them 2-round wins, that good positional play.
Jelly here this time playing back to the site. More of an anchor position here for MIBR. Right, fall at the ready. Keep that in mind. Petra developing that ultimate over the last 4 rounds. G2 don't like what they saw there. They will leave Amy embedded towards hookah side.
No control towards Shower at the moment. That MIBR defensive Viper wall. Standard one going through the teleport, so it gets you that extra coverage towards Shower Octagon as well. So you're just on the peak, does some damage. Molly to fall back, weak, feeling the pressure. And yeah, caught actually rescue from the satchel, getting that speed, the distance required, and now Melissa under pressure.
Falling back to the back of the site here. Vanya also looking over this now as the horn comes in. That's going to be cleared pretty easily. Molly set up for a post plant if required. Zhuvish there running into Amy over on that B side of the map, and it's going to be a complete pivot here for G2 off the back of that kill. In they go, and Amy already heading over towards Elbow.
Yeah, that solo kill from the lurking Amy was
30 seconds left.
As much impact as you could possibly extract from one kill. 3 side access, look at this, rapid from SRN back in.
Nightfall though, that's pretty nasty timing. Mimi tries to draw a bead there on Jelly across the site, and that'll do it. Just Jelly standing now, decayed down, and Mimi finishes the job.
Looking at Melissa to be very close to, wow, fast engagement. It's actually, yeah, immediately that dizzy. The Prowler comes through, both broken. MIBR stacked up close. They want to contact this, but Mimi is so ready. I mean, surprising they even found one, to be honest, with 2 guns trained on that same angle.
It's a little unfortunate for G2. They absolutely were prepared for something like that from MIBR. And SRN lives. I like this though, again, they're really playing to the extremities. G2 tucking where they can. Amy definitely needs 2 kills for her troubles though, and actually opts off that line. Too many guns pointed at her.
And this is where the very passive nature of G2 so far on this attack half is paying off, trying to circumvent this aggression, and their orbital strike doesn't actually catch on to anything. Engagement backside is awkward for Rescue. Damage is being dealt to players across the board. Amy's still patient on that flank, watchful.
So you already got forced though off the side by that orbital strike. She could not be involved and pressure the players from G2 making their way down short. So space created with that Brim ultimate, and again, G2 make the pivot over to the B side. Zhuvish gets ahead of this somewhat, but she's going to try and come back in through spawn with a slinger, and the firing squad is waiting for her. Now it's up to Sayori at 48 points of health.
G2 really are playing an intelligent game on these rounds, working the map as a team. For me, in that previous series against Crew, it was their teamwork that was actually the question mark, which is shocking to to attribute to G2. But that is where their shortcomings were to be had, and Sayori is a small amount of trouble.
Such an aggressive player, really wants to look to take the fight. She's been playing well within formation. She's looked really disciplined this series so far. So we've got our Viper Spit set up here towards A short. This will put G2 in a position to pressure Showers down. MIBR have got 2 weapons trained in that direction right now. G2 can opt out of this. They're also very wary of a Shower's crunch through that TP, having no B long control of their own.
Bear in mind, there are 4 ultimates in play right now for MIBR. The economy for G2 has gotten completely out of hand from that eco round flip where they saved 5 of MIBR's Vandals, stole them away along with that round. So this is of the utmost importance that it's a round win for the Brazilian side. They need this desperately or they'll be back forced onto the eco.
Sayori here, the solo player, Sanya. Pookie here. Yep, she knows she just really has to try and get out, but she might not have the time. Rescuer lights in front of her, but Sayori makes sure it's an awkward landing for the Rays.
That was very miscalculated from G2. Utility rather just not synced up in that moment. And now where's the entry to get onto the site here? They're just going to have to jump out of the smokes, pushed back even by the Nightfall. Trying to wrap along, maybe all take the teleport time. Even if that happens, MIBR is still on A.
They've got to go for it now. No choice for G2 but to commit to this, and in they go. Amy trying to set things up on Cyber Cage, but Sayori with the spray through. That's 3 for her in the round. Jelly hasn't even had to do anything. Petra and Vanya with a TP dive, but they don't have the spike to hand. That's the issue. Split across the map, hoping to get what they can out of this round, but there will be no plant. There will be no attack side win. So a ton of value off just a couple. Here's going to be a thrash off the Rick here. This will force Amy away. Oh, okay, catch on to the Cypher, but no chance to chase that down, so Amy will sheepishly back away.
And if somehow Sayori was in range to use the orbital strike there, that would have been devious. That would have been beyond devious.
Juvish is set up inside Fuka. Petra here not forcing the issue, really. Trade of util between the fades.
Yeah, so far in a lot of these moments where G2 have been straying more towards B, it's been Petra making noise on A, feigning that presence with Prowlers.
Dizzy goes in here for G2. They're going to have to commit to it now. It's going to be a showstopper straight away and rescue. Blown to smithereens. Orbital strike means that G2 have got to back off again. They're interrupted mid-step. Now they're going to try to go over to the A side, and they've got Petra set up here over towards short, but there'll be a one-way throwing down. The Petra has the disrespect, and out from Showers come G2 into the line of fire. Melissa is able to find one, and Jelly wants to get ahead of this as well. Wingman thrown out for some scouting, and Sayori needs to reload. Back off into halls. Here comes the plant, but Jelly's playing close here. Vanya staring that smoke down. It's going to be a 1-for-1 immediately as the smoke drops. It's Petra with 2 to take down and 15 points of health. Just how sharp are you?
Clear for MIBR. It is getting there, though. It is strong at this point. They have expended all of their ultimates to get to this point, however. So Melissa again is the one trying to stabilize Showers, keep some information, passive control here, but will eventually be forced out by the boombox.
G2 pretty adamant about taking control of this part of the map. That's another Prowler. The C is going to be thrown out. Everything coming in now as the crunch from the backside is here. Here comes SRN. Able to find the one. Sayori before she went down gets one of her own. 10 HP and hanging on. But Vanya, as the third line of assault here, doesn't quite have the timing to find SRN going for an orb. And now she can tuck in that corner. It's going to be a real nuisance, low as they are to clear out. Amy's also starting to threaten. They know they've got 2 MIBR players trapped inside Showers, and there they will stay. Juvish from heaven. We'll look to challenges, at least try and get an update on the city.
Everything they've got, there's a Dizzy. Time for the Showers crunch. It worked perfectly, but...
Wow, Jelly just swings out into that. SRN right behind her. They might be come up with nothing. Bit of damage on Mimi, that's all they've got to report. Okay, this time, yeah, G2 can check to see if, there's a presence down long. Nothing here, though. MIBR playing all from the back of this site. Remember, an Orchid Vibe, a Bulldog here, and a Sheriff for Juvish. See what MIBR can extract from this round.
At this point, not a whole lot. It doesn't really matter. We're getting way too close to the end of the half, and G2 still have way too much money.
She's still gunning for you.
Genuinely need to do something round winning for this to matter. The second thrash, GG will send it on over to the next one. Going for an aggressive early round play like MIBR did, it's just not going to work with G2's current approach to this attack half. With economy hanging in the balance for MIBR, and it looks like they want to get towards that Shower orb as SRN takes the engagement on short. What a first kill. A bit quiet this game.
SRN doesn't want to give up that space, nor does Melissa here. MIBR putting the line of scrimmage very far forward on this A side, but eventually G2 are going to be able to make their way through. So already down. SRN, good timing. Vanya will be dealt with. Sat in that cubby. The neural theft, though, will reveal the flanking player here, or the one coming back through small, but SRN is allowed to take these fights. Maybe doesn't swing it. Okay. How do MIBR get away with that one? Like that, SRN says, nah, I'd win. Okay, I'll let you have it. Last round of the half here. Obviously G2 swimming in Benjamins, so fire not an issue here. Showstopper orbital strike up for MIBR though. That combination really messed up G2 on one of these fast V hits earlier in this half.
Where are you?
Again, it's this four-person take of VALORANT from G2. They've put so much emphasis on this here, and it's a try play. Showstopper in, but way too far. As SRN, they want to swing off this, so Jelly and the rest of the team follow up immediately. So confident.
The raw firepower is unreal, but Mimi gives as good as she gets.
Spike planted.
Wingman gets the plan, and Mimi wants to get ahead of this intervents.
But how could you possibly deal with the Thrash in a situation like this? It's going to be so challenging to win this 1v2 out.
Playing a close corner as well means she won't have a chance to fire at Thrash as he approaches. Somehow, Mimi needs to catch Jelly by surprise. That's not happening. Here comes Thrash. It's a problem! Mimi able to avoid it somehow. Now looks to back away. Still has a mosh pit to work with, but takes the fights
from this team after watching a very slow-paced, patient half from G2.
No attack side Cypher here, so MIBR obviously don't have contingency against potential flanks, so going fast might be the play. Nice molly. SRN now caught inside New Hall with only the shorty to work with. And Wingman interrupted. Mimi's able to bring him down now. This is pace from MIBR.
Wingman trying to go out and give space for Mimi to take this engagement. They have multiple players to swing out of shower with the Dizzy. That is nice.
SRN is able to find Vanya with the paint shells. Petra! Oh my Petra! More than that would have been absolutely absurd. Two, and Melissa equaling her frag total, I think, from the first half in its first round of the second. You see Amy now having to go solo. Melissa back behind triple. You got a player in showers and on short. Standard setup here for MIBR, and for Amy with nothing but a classic. It's going to be like playing whack-a-mole. SRN ends it.
The best in this tournament. It is always going to be a challenge to win any 1v1 engagement.
Classic pace here from MIBR in that round. G2 here are, yes, stacking a site.
Thankfully, MIBR, you can see they're really waiting out this aggression.
Yeah,
Great call. It's complete. It'll be coming any second now.
Unmitigated, unadulterated aggression here from G2.
We're going to want to make sure that we take some slow map control towards short, clear those angles. But yeah, let's Prowler shower, just in case. Just in case.
Let's take zero map control. That'll really mess them up.
Dizzy, clear the corner. All right, we're good. We're good, guys. Let's get into lamps. Take a little map control there. Not too bad. All right.
MIBR here probably about 30 seconds ago realized what was afoot this round.
They may have been gambling the other side. It's possible. It is possible. Someone could be back triple, maybe. Not sure if anyone cleared that.
So it will be the classic quintet heading over to the A side, and ideally to perish in a fiery blast and get it over with. Round 15 just around the corner, of course. Chance to get those weapons in hands for G2. SRN getting a bit exploratory with it.
Oh my.
Oh, Wingman just kicked on all of them. Oh dear, that's not good at all.
You have to be joking. You have got to be joking. G2.
Yeah.
And that is a showstopper, by the way. And here it is, straight away. Showstopper into the site rescue.
Oh, rescue!
Up top, caught, didn't drop down.
Somehow SRN has still got almost all of their health, so rescue just a little bit, I guess, flat-footed. Receiving that raise, it was a solo play from SRN. Back side rather, still controlled by G2, but these smokes are about to clear, and here comes the Dizzy. Some pressure now coming out from Hall, and Vanya doesn't know where to look. SRN close with a judge. That's one. Vanya eventually steps up to take control of that part of the map now. It's Mimi playing from behind shower, needs to dig the brim out of this position, and the Wingman gets her there. Now, odds in G2's favor, but time is ticking. Jelly adamant about staying inside halls, and Melissa makes a beautiful little swing to the left. It's now a 1 versus 1. Vanya, clutch queen for G2. Has to find a way to overcome Jelly at full health with all the stall util that they need to stop this. Now some jump picks, we get it to half. Vanya can't really get this done. Jelly gets it at
Possibly 2,000 psychic damage.
Gun round.
1,000 might have been an underestimate.
G2 now have to extricate themselves from Lumbridge before making their way back to Bind. It was a real back-breaking round. Oh, are they?
What is that? I'm going to assume that was spotted just as the wall was going right back up.
A lot of Cypher util over on this A side. B, however, comparatively loosely held by G2. I think MIBR realized they might have walked into a stack over on that A side, so a chance to reset here with a rotate through spawn by Vanya.
Yeah, that is just Mimi in that hookah position, hoping to maybe catch the one player on a 3-1 where the three are going through Octagon, maybe recover that, rifle play from the hookah position, set your team up for a retake.
Petra might be setting up for a, just in case there's a TP push. It's not coming now. It's going to be a hard hit over to the side. Molly here is going to stop MIBR from getting into the back of B, but there's no one there from G2. Jelly confirms it by heading up on top of container. This smoke is going to clear and Mimi will be a factor. But MIBR are going to have eyes in that direction. Is SRM playing the corner? The weapon diff is real. Okay, giving them a cremation, fair enough. Now 2 players set up in hookah. Petra got herself a rifle somehow. Looking dangerous. Still at a big player disadvantage. Dizzy will be addressed. Sayuri looking to make the swing only when G2 jump out of hookah. That has to happen in a second. Wingman again gets his value. No time ready to play with Petra. Oh, what was that?
My ult is ready.
Again? She goes for it. Like there's a high percentage chance of that actually happening again.
Swing this round in their favor because their economy is on the line here. It is must win.
It's a default here for MIBR though. Nothing particularly complex in the early stages of this round. Again, that util just exchanged through short and showers respectively by the fades.
It's just Sayuri watching patiently towards Fountain. Mimi on the jiggle spot. And now will fall back. Every teammate Amy, Petra on the opposite side of the map though. Caught Melissa just looking close, but a shot on the narrow angle.
Mimi's also able to get away. SRN tries to charge there with a satchel. Not able to catch Mimi, she slips away again. Amy with some hot shots here through some of this util now as this is MIBR being dragged to a screeching halt.
Frankly, at this point, what can they really do? They've got all of this utility to contend with from the Cypher. Do they want to expend the Thrash to try to get in in a situation where they have such a low percentage chance of winning anyhow?
Until they get hookah presence, no, but after
30
that,
seconds left.
Jubish can clear this. She is having issues clearing it, but that's fine. Boxes would have protected from it too much spam anyway. Here's the Dizzy at the back of the site. Wingman gets in, Amy affected, and SRN's able to follow it up. Spike picked up. Gonna go down in just a moment here now. Still 3 players up for G2 after a great start to the round, and Vanya puts this one to bed before it gets out of hand.
It may have been the last, but because G2 just got a couple picks, no ults really needed to be used at all on either side. Into this one though, everybody's got theirs ready. 6 ultimates to play with.
SRN after a slow start in this game, up to 20-13. So Ray's play has been pretty formidable on this attack side so far, and there's a showstopper available for her again.
So smoke gets dropped from Sayuri towards B and Octagon, making it seem like they could be posted up there, ready to go for a big execute onto that site. But they're gathering up towards A. No shower control for MIBR, so it's going to be an explosion down short and a late alert from Shabish in the shower.
The one-way might come a little bit late here, and that's going to be SRN downing rescue off the rip. Jelly with the Guardian. Leaves Petra now in a position where she has to frag. Jelly finds yet another one with that weapon. And it's going to be Wingman, plant, thrash, go kill. Amy's brought down inside U-Haul.
Absolutely cooked. I mean, that exec was so strong from MIBR. Another showstopper. Orc, they can't connect the shots. G2 still have a reasonable enough buy here, though. But it's resulting with the entire economy being online. Everything they've got invested into this. That's left Petra with just a sheriff.
Yeah, that means they would end the map with a pretty sad economical situation. They're not able to take the win here, so they've definitely gambled for it. Juvic here sees where Petra takes a little bit of damage as G2 have thrust 3 players up A short. They'll leave 2 of them there.
First time they've done something really proactive in that nature here. He's trying to push for more. Oh, dangerous for Zbysz. Escapes with a fraction of their HP. As now Melissa is feeling the pressure from a potential shower walk up, also needing to cover short. Pick that up so their Viper doesn't go down to any further aggression.
Off of pure gun power, G2 have actually exercised a ton of control over the A side of the map.
And MIBR, they want to just pivot right back to A, thinking that G2 have probably gone and rotated now towards B.
That's the correct call for sure. SRN gets inside that smoke and wants to push up on the side. Funya again takes first contact and comes off second best. Petra, at least with the Sheriff, is able to get involved and recover the Vandal that was dropped. So still 4 rifles here for G2 to play with. A brief moment of respite here as these sky smokes start to dissipate. And then it's going to get real again. Petra has this Nightfall. Can't answer much more than that for G2. You're going to have to work with it. But this is going to be forced back now as the Neurotheft comes in. Jelly wall banged low. C's thrown out just ahead of her. It's Petra fighting yet another one now from the back of this A side. G2 are going to start to come forward. Zbysz is low. She needs to play off someone else. The Viper wall. Sayuri sits behind it and interrupts the defuse. Zbysz down. That's 3 for Petra for those that are keeping track at home. And Rescue can't do much, but Petra will find her 4th. And Sayuri has to go 1v2 to win it. And that is a banger of an ace from Petra to keep G2 in the map.
But when your fate is dropping 22 with ease like this, might as well let someone else play duels, I suppose.
That bails G2 out of that really nasty money situation, though. And now they can fight for an equalizer, even a map win, potentially. Okay, Paint Shells are going to force Amy away, but she really understands the radius of effect, so she's able to maintain this position in hookah. It's going to take more from SRN to carve her out.
They have a true 1v1. SRN trying to take advantage of the util, but fantastic adjustment from Amy. Micro movement there, paying off. Hookah retained as well. Crucial if the execute does come towards B.
Oh, what's the order? They jumped the trip. Amy doesn't know that Jelly is behind her. The trigger discipline now. All right, MIBR are going to have this B side there. Maybe a slight miscalculation from G2 on resource allocation. Melissa's going to try and keep him interested at A.
Look at this from G2. They're pushing down short. They want to catch Melissa and then go for the retake.
They're not going to get it.
Timing is just off. Opportunity for Rescue. But the bullet just goes slightly wide.
Got to give up on Melissa, but Vani's still aware of just how wide towards the bottom of the map this fade is. Here's the thrash. Jelly going to see it pretty early, though. Easy enough to bring it down, and Nimi will respect Jelly's positioning. Wingman, she'll try and play off a bit. Oh, what a tap! Jelly was ready for it. Now, at some point, G2 have to make the choice. This is worth committing to any further. Set up on the side as they are. Jelly is still healthy and emerges for a 3rd. It's going to be more. Another thrash to the side to stop a potential defuse. Vanya's brought down and Petra at 6. No ace this time around as MIBR get to map point.
Some of that, some noise from Melissa over towards Showers. Regardless, into this one though, G2 obviously they forced it all. Make or break on this round. MIBR taking early long control of B. Sayuri, if they can claim this orb has the orbital strike, certainly more than enough in tandem with the Molly to close out a round once you've got the spike down, just launching them both onto it.
Here's Dizzy. MIBR know they've got the weapon advantage, and in they go, but Amy had an off angle on the corner. She sees them cross. They've not called her out. Amy runs out of bullets. Finds 2 kills for her troubles, though. Still, there's a lot to be done for G2. Rescue finds the showstopper, but cannot connect. And MIBR will take Bind 13-8.
Such a